time, I'm joined with Sadokist getting ready for this match between Manajuma and Ninjas in Pajamas going into the lower bracket. So whoever loses this one is already going to be the first one out of the tournament, of this ESEA tournament. So let's look at it. The quick roster rundown brought to you by BenQ from Manajuma. Starting off on the CT side, we got Shroud, Desi, Irokanji, Deborn, and Minikurs are pushing inside the upper site.
Absolutely, Shroud making his LAN debut at ESEA. He's going to get the first frag on Freiburg, but it's a quick turnaround by NiP as Forrest, Get Right, and Exist each come out with a frag of their own. But Desi doing big work down on the floor here, manages to get a double, and now he's going to get a quad. Can you believe it? Desi on fire in the first round. 4K and Manajuma start out on fire on the CT side.
Yeah, quick push there going on by NiP at the upper bomb site. It is composed of Fifth Laren, Exist, Forrest, Get Right, and Freiburg. And the piss around CT side comes in from Manajuma, which at this point we're going to see NiP going for a full-out save because it didn't get a bomb plant on the first round either. And let's see what they're going to do in this round over here. So they're coming out of spawn, and they're going to have 4 guys work towards the outside, probably one on the top of the silo. The one at the point is going to be Exist to try to scout it out.
Yeah, Freiburg holding on to the bomb. He's just sitting back here behind the play, waiting to see what they can do. And Miniker with the scout is going to get a first headshot. Just misses out on that second one, but he's already done good damage to Exist. He's down to 16 HP. Irokanji is going to come back in to Get Right. So already 2 down for NiP. Again, you mentioned it, on the full save, but trying to do what they can. Unfortunately, not much. A team sweep there, and Manajuma pick up a quick second round.
Yeah, that pick towards the outside, no smokes at all. So that was going to be very hard for Ninjas in Pajamas to try to make it into the lower site. And with no smokes, it was an easy open shot there for Miniker with that scout. Actually managed to get 2 kills on that last round. So this time he's going to drop it. They're going to go for M4s. And to no surprise, with a full save that happened on the second round for NiP, they're actually going to go here for a full gun round. And they're going to try to work towards the outside again and possibly jump up here on the silo. But Fiflerin is going to be at the point, while Irokanji actually is pushed up all the way here towards T-Red. And he will see those smokes being lobbed. He has assists as well from Miniker at the top of the balcony.
But Flaren's little boost here on the box outside could have caught out Irokanji if he pushed a little too far, but unfortunately he sits back and Miniker actually finds him, and that allows Irokanji to respond to his teammates' aggression and get another frag on top of that, but not before Flaren goes back into him, so they do close it up a little bit down to a 4-on-2 situation. Where's the bomb? It looks like it's still in the hands of Forrest, and he's just sitting around at T-Red, and they want to try and find a little bit more before they push forward.
Yeah, right now in a 4 versus 2. Let's see what he's going to try to do. They're actually split all the way across. Forrest managed to creep up towards Secret, but one of the CT guys definitely hurt him. Well, Get Right is already towards the ramp. You could see from that X-ray, Shroud is on the top of the ladder room, so he's looking straight down and getting ready for that pick. Headshot, dink, and then the kill with the FAMAS. Forrest making his way down, and only 1 casualty coming in for Manajumas, and they're taking this lead 3-0 with a great win against a forced buy of NiP.
Yep, so that should allow them to extend even further. NiP getting aggressive early, no surprise. They want to try and get in this. It is T-side nuke, but, I mean, for NiP, where they're already down in the loser bracket by surprise, I don't think they expected to be here. They need to play it safe, get some bank rounds in, and try and just win this out with these. And don't discount Manajumas. This is the team that finished 2nd overall in ESEA North America this year, and I know they're new to the scene, but they are a very skilled team, so they've got a worthy adversary against them as they try and boost up Forrest already on top of Mini.
Yeah, they're getting ready for a quick push towards the upper bomb site. So we have Desi already on the top of the hut. That door, oh, it was going to be a body open, but failed coming on there for Get Right, I think. That was just at the door. Decides to fall back. Desi, meanwhile, is just going to smoke it up towards Connector here to try to prevent these guys from moving in. Misses the molly as well, but at least holds it by the squeaky door to prevent these guys from moving out. So let's see what is going to happen very soon. I think as soon as this molly dissipates, we're going to see Get Right trying to push through. Well, he's just going to spam the door open, but it's just going to stay calm for now.
Yeah, it's still trying to find that extra little bit of room to find exactly where his team, or pardon me, his opponents are. Irokanji finally gets the first frag of the round. 50 seconds on the clock remains. He's going to pick up a second one, both those at the ramp room. As now Miniker's going to spot up a couple outside. Watch out though, Forrest off the top of Mini. He's made that jump, and he will close out on him though. Irokanji with a nice finishing frag.
Yeah, so let's see what's going on their side in the comms.
Outer shit here. They're gonna be really fucking paranoid that we're pushed up outer, so just don't be.
We should push to ramp. We should push to ramp.
Nah, just do our shit. Do our normal shit. We can do that actually, yeah. You don't have an op, do you?
No,
Let's do it. No, come ramp with us and just spot. I'll go up on the
All right, so that's Miniker saying here, let's try to push towards the ramp because he doesn't have an op. Usually the opper and a sniper from Manajuma's. And they're going to smoke towards the outside and try to play that aggressively while they think that NiP, I think, was broke here. But they're going to have a full AK buy, of course, because they saved the round before. Now Miniker is moving up. They're going to be 3 guys pushing up. Deborn is going to be the first one getting the kill onto Fifflerin as the bomb is dropped intentionally at the entrance of the lobby. So Get Right's going to try to rotate across and try to pick him off.
And very smart. They didn't overly get aggressive. They pushed in, got the first frag, and then they'll play the numbers game. They fell back into the ramp room. Freiburg's going to even it up there. There's Miniker down and out. And watch out because Forrest and Freiburg have worked around outside. That is a huge key to this map. If you can control the outer position as the terrorist team, you can open up the map and get anywhere you want. And Freiburg's proving that right now as DeBorn goes down, as does Irakanji. Ramp is wide open for business as the bomb will now be picked up by Get Right, and he will come in all the way through radio, and it looks like they're going to head lower. Desi's going to get one more before they get there, though.
All right, so Desi was under rotation on the outside and make that him the last man standing as he's going to try to get this kill onto Exist. No, actually, he gets caught with a nade in his hands and still manages to get the kill with a lot of health remaining, actually. So he's going to drop down towards lower. It's a 2 versus 1 situation with the bomb planet now. Garrett was just around the corner.
And he's made noise.
Yeah, and also Freiburg's just shooting through, trying to get this shot through the right vent. And now Desi's going to commit inside as well. Molly being thrown, so that means he's going to force Freiburg on the other side, but Get Right was just waiting there, going back through the vents for the flank. And Ninjas in Pajamas puts the first round on the scoreboard.
Yep, so 4-1, they're in the game, and they've got guns to keep working with. Not a lot of money, though, so if they do lose this round, it will be right back onto a save. That also resets. They weren't at the full bonus at this point yet, but it does reset it. So they've got to try and secure yet another round. Good play, like I said, controlling outside, got them around behind, and it opened up a ramp, and they just utilized on that. Let's see if they can do that. I'm not sure. They do have an op out in Miniker, so I'm not sure if he's going to put all of his attention outer. It looks like he's actually heading up to Rafters, but they're going to have to do something to slow that down.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So Irakanji's going to have to try to hold it outside by himself, but they're still creeping slowly right now, speaking about Ninjas in Pajamas. So they're going to have that smoke for the crossover towards that secret, but Miniker is actually, that's why he dropped. That's why he went towards upper. He actually dropped down towards the vents, and he's going to opt towards secret. He's going to spot Exist and misses the shot, so that totally throws it away, and Freiburg's going to hunt him down. Get Right gets the kill onto Desi, but as Freiburg's hunting down, he's getting a bomb carrier as well, which is going to be Exist, but decide to fall back towards the outside.
DeBorn also was there to support Miniker, so it was actually a good thing that Freiburg didn't push any further, because he would have been expecting the op, and he would have faced a quick M4 right in his face,
So Shroud by himself at the upper bomb site. Can he hold it? He can't. Freiburg gets the easy kill as Ninjas in Pajamas are committing inside this upper bomb site. It's going to get planted by Exist. And at this point now, is it going to be an attempt of a retake going on here for Irakanji, DeBorn, and Miniker? Miniker making his way back up towards Secret with the AWP, trying to look back towards this connector, this mini garage, but nobody's going to be there for us. You can saw from the X-ray. Made his way towards lower, so he might be able to flank around here and get the kill on to Miniker. Deborn, meanwhile, on a rotation, but at this point, they're going to be forced to save. Miniker still manages to get the op kill here. So they're just going to try to depict them while they're going to try to attempt to save their guns right now on the exit. So 3-on-3, the bomb is going to go off. They're going to hunt down Miniker, though. Freiburg's moving all the way down towards Secret with the AK-47.
Oh, the bomb gets him.
That is hilarious.
Yeah,
Picks up the AWP and is going to save it here for NiP.
The good old blast radius of Nuke. It might be above you, but it's still within a range, and that means he went down and out. They lose the op. That's costly.
Yep.
But NiP does secure that second round. 4-2 now the score, and Forrest is going to go ahead and grab an op of his own, so he's going to be a force to mess with. This will allow them to either enter on ramp, but I imagine they're probably going to use that outer. Their smokes have been pretty strong, and it has deterred it. Like Miniker had to go basically to Secret to get an angle, and it has deterred Irakanji, who's been playing back toward the garage, of getting any shot. So watch for NiP. Oh, he misses the jump up on a Twinkie. That's where he wants to head with the op, though, so it could be good positioning. Irakanji, again, he's pushed. Oh, man, if that smoke wasn't there, that was a dead Irakanji. Yeah, so he's again getting aggressive on T-Red, and then they fall back early. The thing I don't like about the way they're playing this is by falling back through the secret stairs, they're leaving mini open, which means upper is pretty vulnerable. But so far, NiP not getting into that position. Miniker, nice shot onto Flare, and he's going to take him down. Get Right responds, though, and that means we have an even trade. Still the advantage in the way of NiP. They've got one more man on the board. And take that back, though, as Irakanji evens it up at 3. Freiburg goes back into him, and it looks like they're going to go all the way through ramp into lower, where Shroud is waiting here behind that silo. He gets the first one. Beautiful headshot from the A4 onto Freiburg. Exist goes back into Desi, but now he's all by himself, but he gets the frag. A beautiful play as Shroud drops down and out, and that's 3 straight rounds for NiP.
Yeah, I think with Forrest missing a few jumps at the beginning, kind of threw him off when he was trying to make his way on the top of the silo to try to get an early pick inside Big Garage or T-Red. Probably could have caught Irakanji off guard, but like you said, that smoke really helped him out. Speaking about Irakanji, to just keep his cover and then fall back towards Mini. But at the end of the day, it was just a great play overall to make the score now 4-3 in favor of Manajuma, but with NiP closing in so far. The funny thing is Get Right has a Bison right now, so they're going to try to just get and execute maybe something quickly towards the upper side and just have him plow down towards Heaven and try to keep them busy.
Yeah, it's got a lot of bullets in the clip, so the good news is he can definitely suppress them, I guess, if you want to look at it from a complete tactical standpoint. So even if he doesn't have a whole lot of firepower, he does have that ability, and it's going to remain here. They just look for picks in a 5-on-5. Still 1 minute and 10 on the clock, so lots of time to work with. Shroud holding on to that CZ75. He, I guess, is your weak link in terms of firepower for Manajumas, and Miniker all the way back in lockers. So they really are playing a different position each time on outer, and he actually squats up on Exist. That smoke not quite covering the cross all the way to Secret, and that allows him to get a good amount of damage into Exist, pardon me, as he gets him down to 58 HP, but he got a good amount of damage himself, 32 for him. As he falls back, looks like he's headed toward ramp to support Irakanji, who's already in the lower sights. Still, we remain 5-on-5. Patience is a virtue. The bomb in the hands of Get Right is trying to find a break in the map right now. Actually, they've gone outer with it, and he's going to enter Secret with it. Looks like Forrest with him there. No, it is actually Get Right, and yes, Forrest. So they are working here, and Irakanji's the only one in position to directly face them as DeBorn gets one on the other side of the map. Freiberg gets one frag there, but there it is. Miniker and Irakanji pop out, and look at that, a double kill as he takes down Forrest at the top of the stairs as well. And Get Right, the only one remaining. If he opens this door, that's an easy frag right there. But he will pick up the bomb. He's still got work to do. It is a 1v3. He tries to fake out the plant. Here's one come out of the vents above him and gets a quick frag on Shroud. That's going to give him good positioning. Oh no, but there it is. The 20-bullet clip doesn't allow him to pick up the double, and it looks like he might have been able to do so. The time will expire, and Manajuma's escape with one more round. And go, Miniker does get the frag.
Yeah, and that on top of that, that means that there's no money going on there for whoever was trying to save that M4, but a nice try going in. I think that was Get Right indeed. But with actually losing a round, they do get the money, but it's tough right now for NiP. They had a nice execution towards the outside. They should have landed that shot onto Miniker inside of the locker room, and then basically overtake the lower site. But Irakanji just played a great round, holding down towards the secret stairs to get those picks.
All right, and they've already got 3 rounds on T-side, and they're contesting each round, so I think they're going to be in good position at halftime if they continue this, but nothing is safe in a LAN like this. These teams are all very good and capable of just about anything as DeBorn trying to fire through the smoke, sees Faflaren, or pardon me, doesn't see Faflaren. We see him on the X-ray. We know he's just in that position, so DeBorn's going to wait it out just nice and passive. As, again, as you can see all the way on the other side of the map, Faflaren's basically gone uncontested. They've worked up outside as Irakanji pushed back again inside Big Garage, and already he's into Secret.
Yeah, and Irakanji is playing the Big Garage there. Going to try to fight it against Get Right. Get Right couldn't capitalize on the kill, getting 24 HP, but he's going to look to get avenged here by Exist with success, but Exist is down to 46. So he actually got a lot of damage there through those tires. Meanwhile, let's see if Freiberg's going to be able to clear down towards the lower site. While we don't really see anybody close to him so far in terms of opposition. He's not going to break the windows, though. He's just going to try to save it up a bit, save some time, and try to be as sneaky as he can, while we still have Manajumas. Basically, you can see from the minimap, they're all really tight and just holding upper and lower slowly, while they're going to have Miniker, the one lurking around to see if they can flank somebody across. But with 20 seconds left on the clock, we're going to commit towards lower. We're going to try to get the bomb plant down. Fiflaren gets the trait with Shroud as Shroud comes into rotation, comes down towards the vent, down to 16 HP. Hop shot coming in from Freiberg, should I say from Forrest. As there you go, last one spotted inside the vent. Never spotted Exists. And then he gets picked off, and it's now going to be 5-4 with NiP needing only 1 round to tie this up, which is actually really good because Manajuma's forcing a save.
Absolutely. Yeah, and again on T-side, that's doing great work. They've already got it this close. Really good take of B site. They were very patient, got in there, and then there was really no option for a retake, especially with Shroud taking huge damage as he came down the ladder. So they've got to do better, in my opinion, of trying to control outside. Again, they got into Secret. Irakanji was there, but he gave up position, and that allowed them to just walk in there. And they traded out with him. Exist went in and killed him, so he couldn't even come down in behind them. As we already see Forrest up on Twinkie. He's going to drop down on top of Mini. He's getting aggressive with the op, as he will be wielding that again this round. As Desi already bowed out. They've, again, look at this. 4 players for the CTs away from outer. There's nobody else there. Again, it is a save, but they've got to try and at least have
Oh,
positional
no.
awareness. And look at that. Freiberg's going to get 1, 2, make it 3 as DeBourne's going to drop down. It's all on Shroud again.
One of them was a TK, though. Oh, one of them was a TK.
Was it a
so,
TK or
yeah.
assist? I thought he just assisted on it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it is going to leave it all on Shroud. And he will go down inside the hut. Take a peek here and hear exactly what Manajumas have to say as they've come back and found themselves in a 5-5
You
score.
wanna buy here?
What round is it? 11? Yeah, buy. We get 3 buys in.
You wanna do days?
Yeah, can you spot it though? You have an op, do you?
No.
I guess you can spot it, yeah.
So we'll see how the spot is going to happen here because Miniker doesn't have the AWP, but I think he's still going to try to... Oh, no, he's going to try to spot it from Garage. So he's going to come up against Forrest, who's probably going to do that jump again, yep, with that AWP.
Yeah, he's been doing that pretty consistently, and they haven't really found a direct answer, although there you go. They are going to spot it.
Kills him easily there with the shot, but Irokanji is still... Actually, he made it his way all the way up towards the silo. I don't think that Forrest hurt him right now, so he might be able to catch him off guard. Meanwhile, we do have some action at the inner side, but we're just waiting to see if he's going to get it. Forrest whiffs the shot. Manages to at least damage him to 19 to try to save it for his team. If they're going to commit towards the site, yes, they're going to commit towards the lower bomb side right now for NiP.
And Irakanji managed to pick up that op as well, so he's going to work back down. Bomb is planted. Desi's in a great position, but the smoke is still covering Freiberg. He does manage to get the kill, and there it is. Flaring lines up. A double for Desi. He'll get inside Toxic and wait for the two NiP players to rotate back around and try and recover from this. As Exist will get one inside the vents. There it is. Takes down Desi, and now it is all on Shroud yet again, and Get Right will close out on him. It looked promising there for a second as Desi had good positioning, but unable to complete the round.
Yeah, it's just towards the end. Well, even though he got that double kill, everybody else was just a little bit too far on the rotation to try to assist him. And at the same time, they peeked down one by one. And with the AWP of Miniker dropping inside the vents, nobody really cleared it, and it gave a free shot there for Exist to get that frag. And then, while they thought that it was being covered, whoever made it inside Toxic, which was Desi, tried to run back towards the outside of the site. But thinking that Miniker was inside the vents, never looked back and that's how he got caught off guard.
Already Forrest and Get Right are pushed up to T-Red. Again, uncontested. I know, again, it is a save. They're trying to get some more close-range firepower. But by giving up this much position on the map, it's really tough to shut down the T's. Like I say, once you're outside, you can go secret, you can go mini, you can wrap around on Hell. You've got the whole map to work with. And Miniker now is spotting up from Locker, doing okay damage against Forrest, actually. But he's down to 13 himself, and he will fall back. He's going to try and cross over. Look at this, though. CT's working up from below. Good play. Irakanji's going to get the frag there. On to Forrest with the CZ75. Still one more player. Looks like that's Exist at T-Red, and they will fall back. They could have pursued a little bit further. He's all by his lonesome, but Get Right downstairs is going to get Desi. They rotate back. One from control, one in on the site. Get Right gets a shot onto Irakanji there, but not before Freiberg goes down. And Faflurin's going to get Miniker as he comes around now. So it, again, is on Shroud and DeBourne. 3-on-2 situation. Not a bad save round, but Exist is going to make it an awkward situation again for Shroud. They've rotated up from Heaven, and Get Right will close it out.
Yeah, well, that's what I liked about NiP that last round. They committed inside the site, they took over the site, but at the same time, they didn't go, okay, let's just go for the plant. We caught everybody off guard. We know everybody's going to go on a rotation, and we're still close to the ramp entrance, so it's going to give us an easier rotate towards the upper side and just sell a fake lower and get the plant up thereafter. They probably didn't expect Shroud to hold towards the upper side there, but at least they were able to just kill him because Shroud only had a CZ. Shroud, definitely, we've seen his clutches on the ESEA movies there, holding the upper side on his own, but couldn't do it this time.
2 ops on the board this round, so finally they're going to get aggressive with Irakanji, but there's one down already. He was at ramp. Where's Miniker? He's outside, so that's the exact 2 positions they needed to play, but already Freiberg has taken one out of their hands. And again, position is everything. They've got a man advantage. They've got time to work with, and NiP look very comfortable, although the smokes are good. Desi's going to get one. They're going to keep walking through on him. He's going to pick up 2 just like that, but from from Hut. Freiberg is going to go back into him, as does Exist. Trades go either way, and we find ourselves in the lovely one-on-one situation.
So let's see Freiberg now. The bomb is dropped. 1 minute left on the clock. Actually, he does have it on his back. He's going to lob towards the top. He knows that shot is there, but that's not going to hurt him at all. 88 HP, but at least the smoke gives him enough time to make his way towards lower and get the bomb plant. So bomb plant will be successful, and Shroud is going to opt to rotate from the ramp room, or should I say inside the vents from the upper site.
Interesting flash.
Yeah, and actually the door has been opened, so he knows that Freiberg is making his way towards the control stairs.
He might try and hold this with that smoke. He actually doesn't. He falls off it, but he knows exactly where Freiburg is. The problem was they're both patient players, and unfortunately for Shroud, he goes through. He's lost himself a little bit in the smoke, and he comes up the stairs. And I'm sorry, but that was just a bit of a misplay by Shroud. Freiburg comes away with that.
And a big 4K.
I think he almost could have held that when he first threw the smoke.
Four kills going on there, and indeed, because if he actually tapped that bomb while he was lobbing, waiting for that smoke to bloom, he was actually going to be able to cover himself, trying to go for the defuse. But at the same time, when he got shot, he had no idea where he was at. He thought that Freiburg was just hiding inside the smoke, and then the stupidest move, actually, is him looking out towards the control windows when they were never broken.
Right. And not only that, he knew the shot came from control, so he's got to be in there.
So he looked towards the wrong angle. So Ninjas in Pajamas take the lead by 3. It is 8-5, 14th round on the board right now in this first half between Ninjas in Pajamas and Manajumas. Now let's see. On the outside, we have Exist already committed towards Secret. So they're working with the Secret cross a lot to try to sell flanks here. And then Miniker spots Forrest towards the CT red. But he's down to 77. Now gets a shot onto Freiburg, but he's down to 23 HP.
So at least they've got a kill outside. That's going to slow things down a little bit. But again, Exist is already pushed up into Secret once again. He's going to try and work that bottom bomb site. Oh, he's coming up into control. There is a player just behind him. I'm not sure who that was. Irakanji, and he whiffs on it. What a reaction shot by Exist. A beautiful headshot with the AK-47. That's going to drop us down into a reverse situation. It started out a man advantage for Juma as they tie it up now, though, as we remain in a 3-on-3. Shroud, Desi, and DeBorn are all remaining. And, oh, just like that, Shroud goes down, as does Desi. So they've done good work. They've rotated it back to upper, and DeBorn's going to come through hut. I'm not sure he knows Get Right's there. He did see that smoke get thrown, but Get Right's awareness, he's already looking for him.
I like that. I like the immediate crouch and to go for the spray with Get Right, because he actually had the shot lined up, Speedrod DeBorn, onto the hand of Get Right, and he just dodged all the bullets to win that 1-versus-1 fight. But a great commitment there by NiP towards the upper side. I thought that it was going to be the disadvantage there when they could have caught Freiburg off guard, or should I say Exist off guard inside the control staircase, but Irakanji just couldn't land his shot. And now it's just a small mistakes that's making him lose this game so far, and which is why we see this 9-5 score in favor of Ninjas in Pajamas. That could have been a lot better for Manajuma's side at the beginning of the half.
And Irakanji already down at the outer position. I still say that's their weakness. They've got to tighten that up if they want to try and control this map. The rest of it's choke points, so it's easy after that. As Desi and DeBorn, though, are going to converge each for a frag, and that's going to give them some position and some hope in this round. Shroud coming through hut's going to find one.
Nice.
A nice shot as he turns around and takes down Forrest as well. Beautiful play. Welcome to the land, Shroud. He is coming alive now, as Exist, the only one remaining in a 1-versus-3. It is possible Exist has done crazier things, and I don't know that Shroud knows he's inside the site.
No, they haven't heard him.
He is looking back in that position. Timing is, yeah, he was aware of the timing. He did know he had to be somewhere like that, but unfortunately Exist gets the better of the shot. He's still working up to try and pick up that bomb that is down in lobby, though, and he actually has got free access to it right now, as DeBorn and Desi are set up, one in vents and the other one back in hell right now, trying to figure out if he wants to go through the ramp room or try and get up into heaven. Looks like he's committed to ramp. So they've spread out across the map, both bomb sites evenly covered, but only 30 seconds remaining, and Exist is taking his sweet time. I think he thinks someone's out by the bomb.
Yeah, so he's creeping back towards the lobby, and at this point, with 20 seconds left on the clock, the only thing he can really do is grab the bomb and run upper to try to get it. So at this point, he's going to run upper, and this is going to be easy right now for Desi to move up towards the vents after. So he's selling that fake towards the radar room, opens that squeaky door. Desi's definitely going to hear him. Oh, actually,
goes lower.
Yeah. Going for the plant. Desi's just going to turn around. Is he going to let him plant? Yes, he will. At least Desi gets the kill.
And it doesn't matter much.
Yeah, exactly. It was the last round.
Yeah.
So that's going to end the half here, 9-6 in favor of Ninjas in Pajamas.
On the T side. So they're looking really good heading on to halftime number 2. Manajuma's not too bad, but I still think outer was their weakness. A lot of the rounds they lost is because they basically got trapped in their own dwelling. They were sitting in upper, whether it was lower trying to rotate back in when they've got pinches coming in, 2 from ramp, 2 from secret. And NiP just basically slaughtered them at that point. So
I think that Manajuma's actually played a very good CT in terms of trying to control the outside, with Miniker playing a little bit more passively towards the balcony or towards the windows, sometimes switching over to the big garage. If he's over towards big garage, he's going to get support from Desi from the midi to set up crossfires. If he's playing from the balcony, well, at least Irakanji is going to try to push up towards garage or red and try to assist them with crossfires there. They're trying to work together and focus on outside to try to prevent these guys from crossing over from NiP, but they always manage to do so.
Right, and that's my point. I think the effort was there. I just think they needed to find a way to really shut it down, whether it was getting off way back in heaven on the rafters and watch above the smoke, or, I mean, it seemed like they were trying to go with rifles out there more than ops. And I know the money situation was tight, but it was never comfortable. So underway in the second half. Don't forget, if you head over to BenQ and go to shop.benq.us and use the ESEA $20 or $50, you can get a discount on BenQ products. And that's some of the best in gaming, so I don't know why you wouldn't head there. But don't do it right now, because we got a second half underway.
Exactly.
As Manajumas are getting aggressive outside with the pistols.
Irukandji is going to be the one at the point, making his way towards T-Red, as the bomb was with him before. It was Deborn, but Deborn decides to fall back here with Desi at the same time, so they tried to sell a fake with lots of footsteps, but NiP is not biting to this so far. They actually have a focus on defense towards the ramp room area with 2 men. Well, it's going to be Forrest that's going to scout it first from the headshot box. He's going to get assists as well from Fifflerin, sorry, at the choke here. So he spots him. Here comes a nade, and here comes the bloodbath incoming. They take down Forrest. Fifflerin trying to hold it. He's being pushed in. Puts Strut down to 6 HP, but he still manages to escape this, and they're working towards the lower bomb site. Freiberg moving down. Deborn spotting one inside the fence. It is a 4-on-4 situation. A flank coming in, but Shroud picks him off with the headshot, and that was Get Right. Freiberg moving down inside the site. Gets picked off, and the last 2 are at upper. One inside the fence, dropping down. It's going to be Exist. The other one inside the hut. Pushing down now, drops the bomb carrier. And now he's going to fall back towards Secret. Yep. 3-on-2, and we have Shroud very low. He's going to push out. Almost got the kill onto Miniker, who's just jumping around like a little bunny and manages to get the kill hopping. And Irukandji catches Fifflerin on the ramp rotate, and Manajuma wins a much-needed pistol round here for represented the USA.
Yeah, much needed was the key to that. This allows them, you know, based on the 3-round spread, you know, and how they control this next round, to try and get things much closer, to try and tie it up at 9-9 and potentially reset the match. They do have the work cut out for them, but they looked pretty good in that round. And if they can continue to work the numbers game, again, get early picks, get position, and work as a team, they've got a chance. They're going to go for rifles pretty much across the board. 2 Galils and 3 AKs against a CZ75, a stack of 5.7s, as Forrest Exists and Piflaren are all holding onto those. And Freiberg with the lovely Deagle, a nostalgic gun in some ways in CSGO, as he's going to be up on top of the rafters looking towards Squeaky with that Get Right back in Big Garage. And it looks like he's pretty much by his lonesome, but 4 players from Manajuma's working outer. Shroud's going to head inside Big Garage, and it looks like he's going to get taken down by Get Right, but DeBourne's there to avenge him. But any pick is a good pick when you have pistols.
Right now they also take, yeah, exactly, it was a 1-for-1, sorry, as it's a 4-on-4 situation overall, and they're just staying at calm right now for NiP, except for Flifferen trying to push through with the 5-7, making his way towards that lobby with this 9-7 score in favor of NiP. And this is actually Ninjas in Pajamas a map choice, as the second one is going to be Cash, chosen by Manajuma.
Which is interesting, because you'd think that the NA... Anyway, we can get back to that. You'd think it's an NA map, but NiP took down Complexity on it last night.
Yeah,
so.
they're very comfortable with it. That's what Get Right was telling me just before we were taking a break coming back into this game. But now it's going to be a 3-on-3 situation, as Fifflerin, who pushed up all the way towards lobby, was able to take down Miniker and pick up an AK-47. As we're getting the Caster's Curse, as we switch around, everybody's dying one by one. But to sum it up, we have a 2-on-2 with 14 seconds left on the clock. This is going to have to force Deborn on a save. Fifflerin rotating across and getting the kill. And now Deborn is going to get the plant, and he has no choice but to hide towards the back, so it's all going to be up towards aim. Double peek coming in through for NiP on left and right of ramp, and Fifflerin is going to get a nice 3K. A first one with the 5-7, and then 2 more with an AK-47 to make it 10-7 in favor of Ninjas of Pajamas.
Round coming out. NiP, man, these guys are so good at that. Just patience, picking up some guns, going back at them, and that really, really, really hurts Manajuma.
Oh, yeah, definitely. At this point, that's going to put them in a save. If not, if they want to go for the aggressive buy that we've witnessed so far in this stream, in this event at ESEA LAN season number 16, with Complexity going for forced buys, but these guys are just a little bit more passive, a little bit more conservative. They're going with P250s and CZs, but no armor, so they're just going to go with a few, hopefully to get a few guns off a few picks, but if they lose this one, they're going to be able to go with AKs no matter what. So they're going to go, looks like an aggressive push. One guy just by the Squeaky, but I think we just got an early smoke at the beginning of the round, and that's going to force them to fall back into the lobby and just hold it back for now. And this is going to put them in a tight position with P250s just in a tight angle inside the lobby.
Absolutely. Freiberg and Exist both sitting on the floor at upper. One spamming way through hut as they try and find exactly where Manajumas are, but they're kind of spread out really passively. One in radio, the rest kind of lurking around. One on Twinkie, actually. Nice shot. Get right manages to one-tap him down and just catches out Desi as he peeks. And that gives DeBourne positional awareness, trying to fire with that P250, but again, it's a rifle versus a pistol. Oh! I'm not even going to talk anymore. Yeah, nice shot right there by DeBourne. And now he's got to do the same thing on Forrest, who just took down the bomb carrier in Irukandji. And Shroud's going to get a double of his own. So we might see a reverse eco as we sit in a 2-on-2 situation. The health is looking very good as existent for Fleurin, both on 100 HP. As Shroud and Desi, yeah, they're 4 for DeBourne, pardon me. Shroud at 24. They do get taken down to Exist with both of those frags.
Light armor, dude. Light fucking armor until you have enough to go.
What are we doing?
Big rush. You've only got one smoke or one flash. So I'll flash the big rush when you guys fall.
Take bomb.
Win this round and they're broke. They gotta save.
Hopefully they meant they're broke. They're going to have to save if we win this round. Because NiP is on a full buy. Of course, because they actually did win the round before. Only saving 2 AKs out of that. So it was a decent save going on for Manajumas. So they have to win this round to possibly put them in a double save situation indeed. So let's see what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, absolutely, as they still just try and figure out exactly what's going on. I'm interested by Desi's call by saying they're broke. I know when I listened to them play earlier against Na'Vi, there was a few missed calls. And again, that's one of those situations
definitely
where
had to be about them winning this round and then they're going to be broke after because they know themselves that they lost the last round.
Right, I was kind of confused by that. So anyway, back into the action. They're looking to try and get all the way around into outside and work into secret. Actually, I take that back. They've worked into big garage, so they're trying to rotate around and get position on upper. Get right is going to get one on DeBourne from the rafters. Shroud responds immediately into him, though. So 4-on-4 the situation. The bomb is still up in the hands of Shroud, and he is, again, working around outside. Freiberg up in the rafters, trying to wait it out as Forrest in heaven hears them coming in from behind. He's got to try and just be patient right now as they are lurking. I'm not sure they're going to go for the boost. I think they are going to go for the ladder, so Forrest is pretty aware of that. As you can see now, Shroud working in nice and passively down below with that AK-47. And
no boost.
No boost. No.
And they're both going to make noise.
So they're going ramp. Wow, so they double rotated. It's an around-the-world strategy. They actually, I thought they were going to go secret to begin with, and now they're going to try and work into lower. This could work as only for Fleurin remains. He is in Toxic, though, and we know how powerful that spot can be, but no, the smoke is going to protect the bomb carrier, and Fleurin won't get the frag and gives away his position in doing so. Shroud knows he's there, but here comes the rotations. Forrest already down the ramp, and it looks like Exist is in the back of the rafters. Irakanji's down in the control room. Nice shot by Forrest, and leaving just Desi remaining with 3 NiP players up. He knows exactly where the bomb is. Open the door now. He is holding it. He takes down for Fleurin. Good patience. He's still got work to do. He gets another one on Forrest. He's going to get pushed from Exist. And he does it. Desi with the hat trick. A 1v3. Desi shows off the North American flair. And that is a huge round for Manajumas.
He definitely came out to play, and that was another display of great patience.
There's exactly what he meant. They'll be broke when I'm done with them.
Oh, yeah. Well, now, yeah, you're probably going to see maybe only one save going on for NiP, but this is very good for Manajumas. I mean, the first one, he should have hurt the fuse. On a 3 versus 1, that was so gutsy for him to actually not go for an initial peek. Wait for it to hear it the second time.
There was a sliver left on that defuse.
Exactly, so he gets that pick, and he was just showing a tremendous display of patience and aim going on there. Save round coming in for NiP. They're all getting dropped, and you know what? You can't discount the fact with him with the 3K, but Forrest did the 3K of his own to actually let NiP plant at the lower site. But at the end of the day, it's going to be NiP Forrest on a save, and somehow they still managed to eco Manajumas to just remove that momentum that Desi just gave them.
The second time this half, so they've really got to tighten up on the anti-ecos and work together. I think they're getting a little bit overconfident as they try and push in.
And Manajumas is actually on a save going on so far, so this is, the tides have turned just like that. NiP definitely staying calm themselves and just turning tides back around and playing great on that eco and on that stack that they had towards the upper side. And Manajumas thinking that since they're on a save, they should be able to push aggressively towards the upper side easily and get a bomb plant there, but they got destroyed. Now so far, a smoke being lobbed here inside of the radio room. Fleurin and Miniker are just one across the other through the smoke. So can they get anything done going on here? Gonna try to peek across here, but the smoke is gonna dissipate very soon. So he's gonna lob another one. Miniker's gonna run through though. Still catching Fleurin in his reload, but still manages to get the kill at the end of the day. Now Freiberg spotting his opponent through the squeaky. DeBourne falling down. Exists. by Exist, and Desi was the last man standing, picked off by Forest, and it's now 13-8.
Good passive aggression by NiP. They had one up at T-Red, and they had one just inside the holes at Radio, but they didn't actually go any beyond that. They just kind of got in a position where you wouldn't quite expect them to be playing passively, because it is sort of beyond the point of patience, but they didn't get over-aggressive either, so they kind of lured them in, and they got one at Radio and one at outside at the exact same times, and that made it pretty easy.
So now you're going to have Get Right playing outside by himself with an auto sniper, while the rest of the guys will play a 2-2, 2 inside the ramp, 2 at upper, and nobody's really dropping down to support Exist for the secret pick. So that is just going to come down to how the terrorist team, speaking about Manajumas, are going to execute this. And so far, nobody's going to make their way towards the outside. They're all bunched up inside the lobby, and it looks like they might get ready for an upper take.
Manajumas are doing a pretty good job on this T side. Aside from those 2 ecos, they're very much in this. In fact, if they had won those 2 ecos, this could be, you know, a very even scoreline. I actually think they might have won ahead. I'd have to go back and look at the map and the statistics. And look at the flashes and the aggression as they try and work it out and get inside the site, but it is an absolute slaughter as Exist picks up a hat trick. Get Right gets in there as well, and it's all on Irakanji, who's outside with no bomb to play with and no head armor, and that's pretty much going to be it. They know exactly where he's looking for, is spamming away from upper towards me. And Get Right is there to close out with that auto sniper.
Now I hope that they kind of saw how NiP's playing this, seeing this 2 upper, 2 towards ramp, but the way that they played it, they pushed it towards the outside. They had an immense amount of flashes being thrown towards the upper site, but really they never looked back up towards that hut, and that's where exactly Exist was playing, and easily got the pickoffs. So Jumas is going to be in another save.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because...
It's overtime point 2.
Exactly. It's not the first time that they do this, because against Na'Vi, they actually played for a tie as well within 2 maps in a row. And this time they're just going to try to get a bomb plant down and try to bring it into overtime. We are in the eyes of Irakanji just trying to run through, and they get
another
decimated.
Absolute slaughter. Yeah, another absolute slaughter right there as they just run through. But again, it was a save, but they've got to be a little more careful. I mean, why... Yes, they're on a save, but they've already been ecoed twice. Why wouldn't they be a little more passive and say, hey, we can eco them too? I'm not sure. So a little bit confusing why they wouldn't try and slow it down. You're not going to catch a team like NiP off with a rush, especially when you do the same strategy twice in a row.
Yeah, if you actually give them enough time to set up, it's definitely hard for them to try to come out after and try to get the picks, especially if they're trying to get something done towards the outside with the way that Get Right's auto-sniping and watching pretty much the whole thing, and all he needs to do is keep his finger on mouse 1. But right now, they're going to go for an aggressive push towards the upper bomb site one more time, this time with guns. Irakanji is at the point, but really, they're trying to go actually for the fake upper and hold ramp, and Flipper and drops 3. Switch it back to the pistol, dropping the 4th. Is he going to get the ace here? Last one is going to be... No, it's not going to be an ace, because Irakanji says, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to run out the squeaky, and he's going to get killed by Freiberg. And that's going to end the first game here, 16-8.
Yeah, good performance.